Okay, everybody. All right, now we are working on a series, and I have been dealing with the baby carrot soap. So that's what that is. But we are dealing here with a vegan recipe. And I wanted to share with you a good vegan recipe, or what I think is a good vegan recipe for hot processed soap. And our ingredients is 28 ounces of water and 11.2 ounces of Essential Depot Awesome Food Grade Lye. And we are using 26 ounces of coconut oil, 24 ounces of palm oil, and both of those you can get from Essential Depot. And their palm oil is from a Green Life company. It is sustainable, and it is pre-mixed. You don't have to melt it and divide it out and mix it and store it in small containers. And it is GMO free. Their palm oil is awesome. But in any case, their coconut oil is too. It's GMO free and blah, 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 sustainable. They won't buy anything like that. But in any case, so we have 28 ounces of water, 11.2 ounces of lye crystals. We've mixed those together. We put the lye crystals into the water, and I have let it cool to room temperature. And then I have in here, it is again, because I got lost, 26 ounces of cocoa, 24 ounces of palm, and 20 ounces of soybean oil. And if you go to your grocery store, most vegetable oils are 100% soybean. You want to look on the back, and if it says ingredients soybean oil and don't say anything else, you're good. If it says it soybean and palm oil mix or soybean and canola oil mix, you can't use it. If it says soybean oil and it says that it was fixed in the same plant that peanut oil was done, I wouldn't use it, because it's not so much that there's traces of peanut oil in it, is that there's so many people deathly allergic to peanut oil and peanuts. Okay, and so we want 100% soybean oil. So when the ingredients says soybean oil and don't say anything else, you're good. Okay, so we got 20 ounces of that. We have heated that along with 2 ounces of stearic acid, went in the pot, melted it with the oils, and it is all melted, and now it has cooled to room temperature. Our lye is also room temperature, and I'm going to blend that up. I have found this dipping method really works good, and I don't know why. I'm sure there's a science to it about it traveling in new paths and gravity and all that stuff. Oh, put my goggles back on. That is it. Push the little button. Now, I washed this thing with bleach water and heavy soap before I put it in here, because this is a vegan recipe and this is a non-vegan recipe. I have a separate dish for holding spoons and things of that sort. You can, if you're doing many batches, you can actually put colored tape or tie string around them that won't dangle down in the soap. So I'm going to have a spoon, a metal icing spatula, and its own spoon, and what else do I need? Is that it? Oh, and a spatula. Then I'm going to sit over here, and I'm going to use it for nothing but this soap, because this is vegan soap. And I'm going to put on the package that it's 100% vegan. So that means I can't take the spoon from here and accidentally dip it in here, or dip this spoon in here and then accidentally dip it in there. And I had to wash my crock pot. I bleached it. I soaked it in hot water. I scrubbed the snot out of it. And I made sure there was no residues of any other oils in here. Same thing, my super fats. This has coconut, 2 ounces of coconut oil, 2 ounces of shea butter, 2 ounces of extra virgin first pressed cold pressed olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of glycerin, and a little bit of vitamin E. It's like 1/4 of a teaspoon because I'm using Essential Depot's full strength vitamin E. It's not mixed with olive oil. And I also bought my shea butter, which is organic unrefined, from him, and from Essential Depot. I don't know why I call him him. I guess it's because my contact's male over there that I'm all the time hollering at when I need something and complaining to if I need something. And I have got my little note that says vegan, and this one says video, but it was supposed to say baby carrot, but she didn't know I was going to do baby carrot, so she just said that's for the video. And that one's vegan, so that keeps me straight. And on my lye water, not on this one, but on the other one, it had what it was. And this one, I didn't put anything on it. I just needed one marked. I had to have everything marked. The lid was washed. The crock was washed. The pot itself was washed. This was washed. Everything is kept totally separate so that there is not one absolute possibility that any kind of beef tallow or lard could get in there or be in there, because these people are vegan. And if I want to be a vegan, that's great. If I don't want to be a vegan, that's great. But if I'm going to sell to vegans, I'm going to respect their choices. And so I'm going to do everything I can to keep everything separated. So that was all of the speech. So now, I'm making this for the health food store, and they have ordered it just a certain way. But I wanted to talk about oats. This oats is really good in this, and I've talked about oats in the baby carrot, and you'll probably watch the baby carrot one. But in any case, I take and buy organic rolled oats, and then I blend them. Watch the baby carrot in the video. You can see my blender. You have to have a dry blender that you washed yesterday. It's bone dry. You know it's completely dry. And you can grind it up into oat flour. And if you would like, now vegans, some vegans do honey, some vegans don't. But in your super fats, you could add 6 tablespoons of honey. And this is a double batch, so divide everything in half if you want to do a single. And you could add a cup of ground oats to this as well. And that would be so awesome. But they want this just a certain way. They want lavender in it. That's it. Nothing else. So we're going to do lavender today. They're so not cool. It's just not fun. But I wanted to do a video, so I thought I'd tell you some of the other things. And you can buy local honey from a local vendor. I don't like to buy the processed honey that's been heated, you know, and pasteurized, similar to what they do to milk. I like to get the rough local honey, and you could put 6 in there, and then add a cup of oats, and that would make this awesome soap. And of course, you could do a milk soap, and we have lots of videos on milk soap. So in any case, I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to turn my crock pot on, and we are going to cook this soap for 2 hours. I'm going to bring you back and show you the steps as we go, so you'll know what to do and when to do it. Okay, now we have our vegan soap here, and you can see right here where it's trying to escape the bubbly molten steam, and we've got a gel here. So we're going to cut this in the tic-tac-toe method and dig a little hole out of the center to give it a place for the steam to escape. And I'm going to sort of cut around the edges too. I think that helps. And that way, as it's cooking, the steam can get out and it will come out of gel faster, and you don't have a chance of the cork popping. Alright, and we're keeping our utensils completely separate from our baby carrot soap cooking over here beside it. Okay, now you can see how the bubblies are coming up around the gelled, and that's normal. We might stir it one time during this process when it's about half in and out of gel. But otherwise, we're just watching it, and we're going to let it cook for 2 hours. And at the hour point, we're definitely going to stir it. Okay, everybody. Our vegan soap has just about completely come out of gel. You can see there's just a couple of chunks of the gel there. We're letting this cook for the sum total of 2 hours. I'm just going to break that gel up a little bit and stir the soap up, and we'll let it cook 2 hours, and then we will add our super fats and let it cool, and add our fragrance. Okay, everybody, our soap has cooked for 2 hours, and I just turned off the crock pot, and now I'm going to give it a stir. And into my super fats, I am going to add a little bit of alkanet root. And this is Essential Depot's alkanet root. And alkanet root is really strong. I have some poured up in this container for easy use. And I'm going to put, this is a half of a tablespoon. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon in there, and I'm going to stir it up with my little whisk. I love these little stainless steel whisks. I got those from Brambleberry. Okay. Now that I've stirred that in, I'm going to add it to my pile. And this will look, I think it always looks like blueberry cobbler. First it's red, like blackberry cobbler, and then it turns blue. And I think the shade of blue that a teaspoon will bring for us will be nice for a lavender. And this is for a vegan store, so I thought that would give it a nice color to make the soaps attractive. And I'm going to take it out of the crock pot. And whew, my crock pot needs cleaning on the bottom. Whew, this is going to mess up my new tablecloth. There we go. I'm going to have to clean that crock pot out. Alright, now I'm going to clean the sides down real good. And I do this two ways. If I'm not in a hurry and I got a whole bunch of crocks going and it's hard to keep an eye on them, I leave it in the crock pot, this base, and I leave the lid on it. But because I want to cool it faster and I'm going to be right here to keep a close eye on it, nothing else is going to get my attention, I'm going to put the lid sideways, and I'm going to take it out of the crock so it will cool faster. And we're going to bring this down to 160 degrees and add our lavender. Okay, everybody. I have been, I've let my kitty cat come in and visit me for a few minutes. And she's like, give me a treat, give me a treat. I know they're in the cabinet. I know they're in the cabinet. Anyway, as you can see, I have been stirring it regularly to keep the crispies off the top. And I've been swirling my thermometer around in here, and we are getting really close to 160. It's sitting on about 163 or 4 at the moment, so I'm going to watch it with the lid off for just a few minutes. Okay, guys, let me stir the crispies under just a little bit there, and we've got it down to 160. I'm putting 10 tablespoons of lavender essential oil in. That would be 5 tablespoons for a single. Woohoo, that smells good. That'll be nice and potent. Now this is really going to smell like lavender. It's not going to be a mild scent. It's going to be ooh, that smells like lavender. Oh, honey, come smell this. Oh, Charlie, come here, smell this. Oh, Julene, come here, honey. Oh, isn't this nice? That's what it's going to be like. So you can put less if you want it to just be a hint or a woof or a whiff or a slight sniff. And I don't like my soaps to barely smell like stuff. I like it for it to be like the Bath and Body Beyond, and everybody going, oh, come smell this. Oh, isn't this nice? So, and I'm standing right in front of the light. I'm going to try to reverse it. Hang on. Okay. Oh, I lost my grip. Ooh, now I can't see. Okay. Okay, now we get our spoon. Let me see, make sure y'all are seeing. Yep. I know I'm banging your ears away. That looks about level. So I'll put a scoop in there. Put a scoop in there. Half a scoop in there. Half a scoop in there. It's a scooping thing. We scooping it up. If I could rap, we could rap about it. Hang on, I gotta get the bottom because this crock is dirty on the bottom. Okay. Half a scoop over there. Half a scoop over there. I think I accidentally, no, it's alright. Alright. And this is the same. A lot of times I do really cool designs, but this is just going for a store that wants a very inexpensive soap. And so no frills. Don't put a lot of effort in because they want to cut these up into travel size, which we will do tomorrow. No, we'll cure these whole, but I'll tell you how I do it. And gotta get them even. So I'm pounding them down to where they're level, and then I will cut these into travel size soaps for the place where these are going, and I'll sell those outright. I just carry them the big bag full of them, and they pay me for them up front, and then they sell them as they go. All right, maybe they'll be wanting more and more and more. Give me some more, yeah, give me some more, yeah, more and more and more. We'll see. All right, so, we're going to cover these up. Tomorrow we're going to cut them, so stay with me. Hey, everybody. All right, now we're going to cut our vegan soap. I have already cut the baby carrot coconut milk soap. And so if you would like to see how to make this, it's in video 1 of these 2 series. This is video 2. And I know that you're going to love it. You can go to my website, www.kimberlymcnut.com. And that's KIMBERLYMCNUTT, like nut. Okay, so it's my new website, and it has my recipes and my videos and lots of great information, and it will be accumulating more and more constantly. It will never stop growing. It's going to have essential oil information, like goat milk benefit, carrot benefit to the skin, coconut milk benefits to the skin. It's going to have all kinds of stuff. And since I did this one first, I washed my soap cutter to get all the non-veganness off of it so that we could cut the lavender soap, which is vegan, for the vegan health food store. There we go. It was snagging there just a little bit. And I love these molds. And this soap is actually on day 3 because Wesker had a birthday, too many crazy things happened, and I did not get to cut the soap the next day. I was supposed to cut it yesterday, and now it's like 9 o'clock at night. And so, but just leave it covered, and it will still be okay. If you open it up and let it air dry on the top, sometimes it's not as easy to cut when you let it get this old. But I have found it's just fine as long as you keep it covered. And I keep it covered with plastic, a heavy plastic. And oh, let's see how it smells. Oh, this is perfect. 10 tablespoons. I tried 8 in my lard soap, but I really just was not happy. I needed more. And so 10 is perfect. Doing. So let's see what it looks like. Now this was with a teaspoon of alkanet root, so it really came out with a pretty violet, light violet purple look, which is perfect for lavender. And when you're working on your labels, you wanna do your labels with the largest item down to the smallest item. You don't separate your essential oils or fragrance from your other items. How much by volume you put in. So if you put in more colorant than you do vitamin E, if you put in vitamin E, then you've got to put the colorant, then the vitamin E. You don't call it a colorant unless it is on the FDA approved colorant list. And since alkanet root is not, then you would just put it on the ingredient list. You don't don't say for colorant, you just say alkanet root. I get in trouble because I thought I completely updated my website and took the word colorant off of all my pages. Somehow I missed a few, and people have to gripe me out about it. And so I didn't mean to, but because your website is just as much a part of your label as your label that's on your soap according to the FDA. And so you have to make sure that if you put the ingredients on if you have a website, that you put the ingredients in order by volume, not by just how you took a mind to put it in there. And now this is a vegan soap, but you can see it's good and hard. I think I've perfected the recipe now. I still say that vegan soap will deteriorate a little faster than a non-vegan soap in the bathtub. But this one is going to cure out at a very decent rate. Now I'm going to cut the other bar, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the store. They're wanting travel size bars because they get a lot of travelers through there that are coming in to get health things done at the hospital. They have a vegan Wildwood medical hospital where they treat you with no medicines unless absolutely required. They try to go all natural treatments first. And if they were a bar of soap, everybody would be reporting them to the FDA. Anyway, and so everybody's always fussing at me because I make therapeutic soaps. But they'll go to the health food store and buy therapeutic herb capsules and therapeutic things from professional companies that you don't take a bath with, and then it's okay. But they don't want to buy a therapeutic soap. That's got to be some law against that. But there's not. As long as you do your labels right and you pick your words, it's just like with the herb people. Like you can't use the word rash. Rash is a no-no on a therapeutic item. You can say skin issues. You can use the word eczema, but you can't say the word rash of all things. So saying that your soap cures something compared to saying that your soap is a natural treatment or naturally helps symptoms is a whole nother ballgame. But to say that this soap, if I said that this soap cured something, then that would be wrong. If this was my sinus soap, I can say that it will clear your sinuses, but I'm not saying that it is going to cure your sinuses of whatever made your sinuses clogged up in the first place. I'm getting smarter on this FDA stuff. But in any case, this is our beautiful soap, but I've got to cut this into travel sizes. And I thought this might happen to you sometime, that you needed to do that. So I thought I'd show you what I do. And the soap is so pretty. And it's absolutely perfect. 10 tablespoons in this volume is absolutely perfect. And I've gave you the exact recipe so you can reproduce this yourself at home. Alright, so let me move this out of the way. And I wanted to bring the scale over and show you something on that. Okay, this is a packaged bar of my soap. I'm working on getting labels, and I was looking at the colors. If you want to see me talking about this, go to the Baby Carrot Coconut Milk Soap video. You can find that on KimberlyMcNutt.com. So, in any case, I'm working on a label here, but when you're labeling your weight, which weight is required, this one, let me tear it. Let's make sure. Okay, 4.8. And if I take a bar of soap and weigh it, that one says 4.8. Let's see. 4.9. But this will lose just a little bit. So this one here will probably be around 4.6 when it's finished. And that one there actually said it weighed 5 ounces. And so there's a little variance. 5 ounces. 5 ounces. 4.8. So there's a lot variance in there. And then when it's cured, it will weigh, this one probably weighed about 5 ounces when it was finished. And so now it's 4.8. That's 2 points. And the FDA wishes for you to try to put a good after it's cured weight, not while it's wet, just cut weight. And then they want you to try to guess where it's going to be in a month. They understand, and there's terminologies on the website about when a product loses moisture and becomes smaller in the packaging. They understand that's going to happen, but they want you to try to guess a good weight that is a happy medium. All right, and then they understand that it's going to change. So what I'm going to do is, and I guess I better part the water here so you can see. Now, a lot of times I cut things after it cures, but it just hit me. It would be better if I cut this before it cured, because it would cure faster, because it would be getting air on its other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to find out what the middle is, and I'm going to take my knife and my point, and I'm going to stick a little bitty place right in the middle, and then I'm going, oh, and I do this too. If you don't trust yourself with this, you don't have to do it like this. I put my knife on there, and I try to keep it very steady, and I go straight down. And this is my travel size soaps. Aren't these cute? They're adorable. And these here, just perfect for your hand, perfect for travel size, and they also make a good size for Christmas assortments. You know, there is some fluctuation in them lightly, but it's no big deal. And I just keep working on those. And on the Essential Depot molds, it looks like, if I get it over here, it is 1, 2, 3 inches and 1, 2, 3 sixteenths. So I just take and I sort of just get it in the middle with a little bit on each side, and then that little middle line, I just poke a hole there, and then turn it this way, put my knife on that, and try to go straight down. And there you go. Adorable little soaps. Alright, so I'm going to keep cutting all these soaps, but while I'm doing that, I wanted to talk to you about this website. And I gave you free recipes, and I give you how to exactly. And the thing that I ask from you, if you don't mind, is that you watch my commercials. It really helps me out when you watch my commercials. And that don't cost you anything but your time. So thank you very much for watching my commercials. And I ask that if you are going to purchase something from Essential Depot, that you please use my link. And that's just I've had people call me up and say, can I give you money? Nope. All this information is free. It will not cost you a penny to learn information from me. But if you are going to purchase anyway from Essential Depot, it will not cost you anything to use my link except for your time. And that is to go to KimberlyMcNutt.com and click on the link for Essential Depot. And then if you stay on the website and don't leave the website, and you purchase something, then that helps me out. And the credit that I get, I turn right around and I buy soaping supplies with it. And that helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. So if you want to do something to pay me back for free recipes and free how-tos and exact how-tos, well, that's what I asked. And then watching the commercials. And I thank you so much for that. But on Essential Depot is, I think, just the most awesome soaping supply place in the whole wide world, and you'll get wonderful products. And on my website, KimberlyMcNutt.com, we have, and it's growing. It will never stop growing, because every time I make a new video, the video will go on there, and it will be even more how-tos, information. There will be essential oil information, benefits of carrot, benefits for argan oil, soybean. It's going to be a resource page for you to start. And it's going to be a wonderful place to watch my videos and find the one that you are looking for. Because on YouTube, sometimes it's hard to find a particular video. And when you need a particular one, you can go on to KimberlyMcNutt.com, and I have a directory where, like, if you want to know how to make a salt bar soap, then you can click on Making Salt Bar Soap, and the video will be right there, and it's already there. And then eventually, though, I'll have the recipe below it. So not only can you see me make it, you won't have to go into the description of the video to look for the recipe. You will be able to go, you'll be able to read it right below the video, right there on YouTube. And you won't get lost in other people's videos. You will stay right there on the website. There's a directory, and you can explore all my videos in an easy way that I hope will make everybody very happy. Because that's sometimes one of the biggest things is, I need this video, I need that video. Can you tell me give me a link to this video? I'm constantly searching my own videos for people to get them the video that they're looking for, because they're so hard sometimes to find on YouTube. So now, I'll just tell them to go to KimberlyMcNutt.com, and they can find it so easily. There's a page for making soap from scratch, where I go in detail, more detail than I did with this one. And there's a page on the lotion, how to make lotion, how to make body butter. There's a page for that, and the videos how to make laundry detergent. Eventually, I'm going to put pages on my soaps, in case somebody gets on there and they would like to read, find links to my different soaps or that kind of thing. And so it's going to be a resource page for soapers, and all I asked is two things. Please watch the commercials, and please, if you're going to purchase something from Essential Depot, thank you very much for using my link and staying on the page until you've completed your purchase. If you leave the page and come back to it, then it forgets me. It forgets all about me. And you have to go back to KimberlyMcNutt.com and click on the link and go back in. And then it remembers me again, and it knows who to give the credit to. And they've gotten so many phone calls that I know that they were ready to pull their hair out. How do I know that Kimberly got the credit? And the way you know is that you clicked on my link and that you stayed there until you completed the purchase. You didn't close the page and then reopen it by just typing in Essential Depot or searching on Google. That you stayed there. And they need a little sign at the end that said, your order that the points was credited to affiliate number blah blah blah. I think I'm 552. And so anyway, and I'm telling you, this is heaven. If you want extra heaven, well, I lost my little mark. There it is. If you want extra heaven, if you'll look at my bar number 19 on my website, I put lemongrass and lavender in that. Now you can just take lemongrass and lavender and put them together in there and mix them up and pour them in. But they are absolutely the bomb when you take and you do 2 pots of soap, and you like make one yellow and one the bluish purple, and you put the lavender only in the purple soap and the lemongrass only in the yellow soap, and then you like dump the, let's say, the purple soap and fill the mold halfway up, and then you dump the yellow soap, and then you take a spoon and swirl it around. Oh, and you get, when you wave it in front of you, you get some of the lemongrass and some of the lavender, and when you do that, your ratio is not half and half, because lemongrass will overpower your lavender, so you put more lavender than you do lemongrass. And so like where we put 10 tablespoons in this batch, if you were doing this batch but dividing it in half into 2 small batches, and you were going to do 1 lemongrass, 1 lavender, you'd do 5 lavender and like 4 lemongrass, because the lemongrass is more overpowering and doesn't need as much as the lavender. Oh, it's so pretty. So if you want to know how to make these travel soaps, the carrot soap, go over to the carrot soap video, and remember, you'll be able to find both videos on KimberlyMcNutt.com. I know, I'm just totally beyond myself. There's no fixing it. It's too late for me. I'm totally rotten now. I've bought my name on the internet. So now we talked about this labeling thing, and whatnot. But remember, the label, what you write on your website, is the same as what they find here when it comes to the FDA. And remember, you can check out what I was telling everybody about this and more information about the FDA that I talked about when I did this on the carrot video. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And thanks for watching my commercials. There's one coming up.